Well, the poop has officially hit the fan. I posted this yesterday on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. I made this poster for a specific reason, and I want to talk about it today because I think it's important. And, I was actually surprised a little bit by some of the comments on both directions. Sometimes happily surprised, sometimes kind of disappointed. I've been involved with pioneering Christian music, Christian rock, Christian metal, whatever, for a really long time now. And I've heard all of the arguments against it for a long time. Can't believe they look like that. Can't believe they have long hair. Can't believe they have tattoos. Can't believe Christians could have piercings. We just get used to it, and it's not a big deal anymore. And I think we're more used to it, and yet when we see something that's very radical, we usually have some things to say about it. And I was kind of surprised that some of the people that were very outspoken about this, used to be one of those people that, that were very radical in their own time. But that's not the reason I did the poster. When I saw this picture, she really captured my heart. And I really felt like the Lord was telling me to begin to pray for her. And I have periodically through the last few years. I have a burden for her. And I've done this in my head. I've had this scenario in my head. What would happen if she decided to come to the Lord? What would happen? Now, I've gone through this a few times before. I remember meeting my first vampire. Seriously. And not that I believe in vampires, but there are people that call themselves vampires. Surgically implanted fangs, red hair, white contact lenses. And he had just become a Christian. And I remember how difficult it was to look at him, especially look at him in the eye with those just white eyes. And but the Lord just gave me an excitement for what he was about to experience, that God had really set him free. I remember the first time I met a transgender person, a person who had already had the sex change operation and just became a Christian. We find ourselves in a very different age, where we have to really consider some things. And it's really easy for the church to chew people up and spit them out. But what do we do with them? And what kind of love do we show them? And I thought, if I could say anything to this woman, what would I say? And this is what I would say. You were fearfully and wonderfully made. That's how God made you at the very beginning. He carved you. He made you very, very special. No matter what you've done with yourself since that time, that's where he started, and he's not finished with you yet. That's what I would want her to know. That's why I did this poster. And I hope you understand that this is the most important message that she could hear, I think, is that God has a plan. The church may chew her up and spit her out. Society may do the same thing. But folks, I believe that Jesus would have put his arms around her and say, I made you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, no matter how you've adorned yourself in the meantime. Food for thought. God bless you. Have a great day.